coverage of the National Football League on EA. Between the New Orleans Saints and the Los Angeles Rams.
Along with this is a team that's built to go all the way. You can't win the Super Bowl in September, but they're telling everyone that they're going to be there in the end.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Saints,
defensive player, you may get overshadowed a little bit, but you're really buoyed by what your
selection of the 2016 draft.
And bottom line, may not have been earth-shattering, but it didn't need to be.
First down throw, gone. They'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 13 yards. Able to do it successfully.
Not a bad start to begin with, that's for sure. And to me, this play says, our guy is better than your guys. Because, you know, a player of his stature, he won't just be single covered all game long. It's going to just better.
It's a gain of 15, and the Rams have a first down.
I like the fact that he's seeing the whole field early, spreading it around a little bit in the early.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. There's Goff. Open man, Higbee, the tight end. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 5 catches, 71 yards.
That was a nice job there pulling that one in. Now, this is an offense that will certainly spread the ball around a bit, and this is a guy that defenses had better focus on.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Van Jefferson was the intended receiver. That'll bring up second down. So a look here at the key inactives, and we got this list before the game down on the field. They tell us the same thing every time, don't they? Next man up.
No excuses. Be ready to play. That's the mantra of every organization. The key is having guys on the roster who are capable of filling in and playing at a high level. That's when you know you've drafted well, scouted free agents well, and stocked your team just the way you're supposed to.
A gain of 13. It's a first down.
Nice methodical opening drive here. They're already in the field range. They're in a good spot. You know that people just like to take a shot in this part of the field. But at the same time, as methodical as they've been, they might want to run the ball a little bit here, too.
And just on the outskirts of the red zone, they have options now. Either way, though, they've come out with a purpose. On first down, it's gone. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
So second and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Off play action to Akers. Here's Goff. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football.
Oh, man.
First down.
Look at this guy there.
25. Certainly worth noting he's now 1 catch away from 600. He's at 599 in his career. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Goff. And he's got it. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Cooper Kupp, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Rams take it right down and score on the opening drive. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
Here's Chandler Catanzaro for the extra point. It's up, it's good, and the Rams take a 7-0 lead. So that drive takes them down the field in 8 plays. And the result for the Rams, a touchdown. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. So here come the Saints now for their first drive. And a glance here at their quarterback, standing 6'3".
And it felt like in watching the game tape, he got everyone involved last week.
He was a manager.
He really was. That's a great way to put it because they ran the ball some, they threw it accurately. 1 touchdown pass, so he didn't, break the bank doing that, but he didn't throw any interceptions. That's the bottom line. That's why a defense loves a quarterback like that. Doesn't put them in bad situations.
Kamara with a carry there on first down as he works his way forward for a pickup of 4.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Now it's Kamara in the passing game. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to...
And the Rams got it. They bring him down. Aaron Donald with a sack.
Well, how about that? A dime set on defense, 6 defensive backs. None of them blitz. They're just back there in coverage. Defensive lineman gets the sack.
That's where the O-line, they go to the sideline, they keep their helmets on so the cameras can't find them, right?
Yeah, the cameras can't find them, but I know one thing. The O-line coach will.
Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on 4th down. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. So the Rams coming back onto the field, their second drive of the game. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now defensively, you've almost got to get down to those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something because right now they're just cutting them to shreds.
First play of the drive going for 14 and a 1st down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. On 1st and 10, Goff gets this into the hands of the tight end, Higbee. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion.
At the 41-yard line.
They'll fake the give. Now Goff. Open man is Higbee, the tight end. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints 28.
Well, it's almost as if they didn't leave the field after their first drive. They picked right up where they left off. Another good throw there. And this offense, humming here in the early going.
Goff throwing complete here to Jefferson. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
They'll run here with Akers. And the Rams are going to have it first and goal as he'll take this down to about the 3. Defensively, they must have been expecting a pass. They were in the dime look out there.
I think maybe they were deciding to go with speed on the field rather than bulk. I'm with you, a little bit surprising. They wanted people getting to the ball as fast as possible. The lighter shift.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Bryson Hopkins, his first touchdown on the year. And the Rams add on to their lead.
It's not much as perfect in football, but that's about as close to it as you're going to get. Score, force a punt, score again.
And both drives were impressive. The opening drive was that. Last one was. Now on the other side, what's your psyche? You're really behind the 8 ball.
You got to make sure you just hold in there. Survive the early storm. Relax a little bit and try and get back to your game plan. It's way too early for panic.
And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. So the drive there took 6 plays, and it winds up with a touchdown for Los Angeles. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Their own 23-yard line.
New Orleans Saints, they get ready to set up shop for their second drive. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up first and 10. They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And he'll run straight into a wall of tacklers at the line of scrimmage. It's second down. Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
They'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
Well, that's something that this defense is not going to be able to allow if they're going to have success here. They've got to be able to wrap up and get guys on the ground. They end up letting him get away, and it turns into a big play here early on. I can just see veteran observers of the game shaking their heads and talking about the dearth of tackling in the game today.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up first and 10. From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. Solid running on the carry, but still brought down just inside of the 40. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
On 1st and 10, Townsend will get this one underneath to Kamara. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll check on his status when we get back.
You didn't do that? You asked me for that early this morning. You asked me that this morning? I ain't never got it. You ain't never done something I ain't know when it was due.
On 1st down, Townsend firing quickly here, and that's complete.
Townsend's pass.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Nothing fancy on 1st down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Back to the ground, it's Kamara. And some nice running, going to get him down close to a 1st down at the Rams 14. After a gain of 5, they'll wind up being about a length of the football short here on 3rd down.
And inches.
Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And he's able to pick up the 1st down before he's tackled right at the 10.
Down at the 10-yard line.
3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. A much different second drive here, Charles. They go 3 and out the first time. This time they've been able to sustain something downfield.
And that's what often happens. You get the game started. You know, you have to get your footing underneath you. You have to get used to the flow of the game, the speed of the game. And sometimes that first drive is more of a probing drive. It appears they found something here in the second one.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10.
Yeah.
And now before this 1st down play, we're going to get a timeout here.
Yeah.
They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 1st quarter. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. They'll run. This is Kamara. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down?
Yard pickup. And it's 3rd down. That's the end of the 1st quarter.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. On 3rd down, here's Kamara. And he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara, his first touchdown on the year. And the Saints are back within a score.
Decided to run it in and got it done on 3rd and goal. A lot of times that's a passing play.
And the kicker just has to come out for the PAT. He can breathe a sigh of relief as well, right?
Although I don't know if he's really breathing a sigh of relief. I think he likes to put 3 points on his ledger.
And that one makes it 14-7. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And the capper came from Alvin Kamara on the touchdown run.
All right, defense, you got to tighten up, baby. Let's tighten up, D. You need to stop.
Will Lutz to kick off for New Orleans.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Jared Goff for the Rams headed back onto the field. And he's been good. 2 first-half touchdown passes. No interceptions so far.
Does a lot for your confidence. Does a great deal for your team. Gives them a lead, and they're feeling really good about how they're playing. I think he expects to throw at least another one.
I was going to say, now he wants the first-half hat trick, doesn't he?
Oh, without a doubt. Go ahead and fling him on the field, folks. He wants that type of celebration.
And his throw's going to be incomplete. Van Jefferson was the intended receiver. And now it's second down.
That was well played, but that was also an example of a corner who understands his coverage, realized he had support behind him, and could be a little more aggressive in the shorter zone, and did exactly that, knocking that pass away.
And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
They'll try and run for this with Akers. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. An effective 7-yard third-down conversion.
On third down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Goff. That'll be caught by Cup. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It's a gain of 15, and the Rams have a 1st down.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. From the shotgun, here's a give to Akers. Tackle made there by Travon Howard.
Brandon, we just saw the benefits of being able to run the ball successfully. They pick up 4 yards on that carry. So now if you're a play caller, you can do just about anything you want. But on the defensive side of the ball, you're scrambling a little bit. Now you're behind trying to figure out, do I need to blitz him? Do I need to pressure him? How do I gain an advantage on this snap?
A gain of 13. It's a 1st down.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
An agile move, but not a huge gain. Dropped at the 25. Tackle there going to Marshawn Lattimore.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now left side on the swing pass. Right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
2.
Henderson will try and run for the 1st. And he picks up the 1st down yardage as he takes it down to the 16.
That's good.
They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that 1st. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. They'll go back to Henderson on 1st down. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line.
Mario Davis.
Not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Here's Akers. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage back at the 17. They give those 2 yards right back, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 10.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Well, this drive, they're a perfect 2 of 2 on 3rd down conversions, but they need a full 10 yards here. Goff. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Zach Bourne able to drop him for a loss of 2, and that will bring up 4th down. Well, for last week's performance, which was so good, he was named NFC Defensive Player of the Week. He got a lot of praise, and understandably so, from national media. Looking pretty good on that play, too.
And I love what he told us this week before the game. He talked about how much time they spend working on pass rush moves, every position, because anyone could go after the quarterback in their defense, and you can see how they've all absorbed their lessons.
Catanzaro's kick is good, and they will move up by 10 now, 17-7.
17. Saints 7.
So they get 3, certainly hoping for 6 after a 13-play drive.
So you console yourself on defense by saying you did your job, right? If they go 13 plays, you only give up a field goal, you did a nice job there. But here's the other part. 13 plays, you don't force any mistakes, you don't take the ball away. Maybe that's the way they should look at it.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
25-yard.
Alvin Kamara and the Saints set to start their next drive. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the second quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Yeah. Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here?
That was good, tough running right up the middle, and if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Townsend. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
When you run in the slant, timing is everything, and against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. On the ground, Kamara. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
Tackle made.
Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
The Saints on 3rd down. They've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Operating from the gun. Townsend. And that will be incomplete.
They went with the dive look that time on defense. Just flooded the field with defensive backs. Blanketed everyone. Took away all the passing angles. Thus, the incompletion.
His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. Uses the stiff arm. That'll go was a punt of 42, 7 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over.
Set to go again. Here's Cam Akers in the LA offense.
Whatever he was doing in September, they're hoping that that carries over now to October because he was sensational last month.
He absolutely was, and we all know where it started. At the end of last season, right? All the offseason preparation, the weight workouts, the sprints, right? The vision that he had, what he was going to do this season. And, of course, it all came together with the rest of the team. Those big fellas up front, leverage, and boy,
Robert Woods, 30, the 20, and he'll be down deep into New Orleans territory. That's good. A big play there on the catch and run. 62 yards. That reception, his 600th NFL catch. Congratulations. Quite the accomplishment. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. A shotgun snap for Goff. That's complete to his tight end, Higbee. And he's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Well, that's always a good place to throw it just because he's one of the biggest targets not only on this team but in the National Football League.
And you and I both know the quarterbacks love these large-bodied tight ends, and why not? Nowadays, they're really wide receivers who are just taller and have a little bit more weight. These guys catch the football, make big plays downfield. In the old days, we wanted them to block. Now coaches want them to catch the football first.
On the jet sweep, here comes Jefferson.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2.
Defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, and one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
3rd and 2, Goff. This will be caught at about the 5. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds, right at the 3. Give him a gain of 4, able to convert, and that sets up 1st and goal now. To throw is Goff. He's got it. It's Higbee. Touchdown Rams. Jared Goff with his 3rd touchdown pass of the afternoon. And the Rams tack on to their advantage.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury. And it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run. And he finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
Zero now for the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And the result for the Rams, a touchdown. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Take it in at the 3. And takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
At their own 26-yard line.
And now the Saints get set to trot out there. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
He was brought down by Kamu Grugier-Hill.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 26-yard line.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
To throw on third down, Townsend. And he comes back with one complete. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33.
I thought that thing fucking moving.
The offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And it is incomplete. A curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Rams get the football in outstanding field position.
Come on, man. You got to be kidding me.
Take a big chance here in their own territory. And you think the coach may have some questions to answer?
Yeah.
Wide open, and he throws the ball.
And, you know, normally we focus on the media, right? The social media barrage that he's going to get for this one. How about on his own sideline and in his locker room? Because I think the team's going to look at him like, Coach, why would we go for it there? I mean, no confidence in the defense. You don't like the punter? I mean, what's going on here? You owe us some explanations.
Now Goff on first down. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. And now following that sack, looks like we've got an injured man down there on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Another try after the first down sack. Goff, short throw, it's Higbee, and he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down. Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. Complete, Jefferson the target. And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. That gain of 9 buys them a new set of downs.
Did you see that route the way that I did? I thought he was trying to get deep.
Yeah, that wasn't the first option.
No, he came off of that guy, the deep guy, and came underneath on the drag, completed it very well.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Now Goff. They'll throw complete to Cam Akers. And the Rams are going to have a 1st and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
Again, Goff. And he's going to be dropped back at the 15-yard line. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. A chance to really put this game out of reach. Here's 3rd and goal. Now it's gone. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
Makes the score Rams 27, Saints 7.
Still a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that. And we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of the half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
First and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Saints again ready to go on offense. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
They'll find its tight end. It's Adam Troutman. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Townsend. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining.
From the contact, John Johnson on the coverage.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Townsend. He's going to sling this deep downfield. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 18. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, thank you very much. More from you two in just a bit. But first, let's get everybody caught up with what's going on around the NFL here in Week 5. We'll begin up at Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte, where it was the Panthers who were able to come away with the home victory. 24-17, your final score. From there, let's head to the foot of the Rockies, Denver, Colorado, to check in on the Broncos. And that game has gone to halftime with the visiting Cardinals out on top. Kyler Murray with 2 first-half touchdown passes. Finally, let's get up to the place they call Titletown, Green Bay, Wisconsin, to see what's happening with the Packers. And they've got the lead over the visiting Chicago Bears. Aaron Rodgers, a touchdown pass there. In the game you're watching, it was Jared Goff with a strong first half. His 3 touchdown passes have his guys out in front as we hand things back over to Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Saints going to go on offense first, and they trail here as we begin quarter number 3. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards. Out come the Saints now. They'll go on offense first here to begin the 3rd quarter. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete. And the passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
to throw again. Townsend. And he slings one that's incomplete. Adam Troutman, the intended receiver. Third down here.
Another attempt, another incompletion. And when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points. And the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. From the gun, Townsend. Open man is the tight end, Troutman. And they will stop him short. They get him to the ground at the 27. No first down. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up fourth.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a first down.
And no move to get the offense off the field. Despite failing once, they're going to go again here on fourth down. The play clock getting low, so Sean Payton says, let's take a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. They failed once in this spot earlier, but the offense will stay out to go for it on fourth down. He'll try and throw for it here. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on fourth. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Operating from the gun, Townsend. Oh, that was dangerous. Thrown into coverage, almost picked, but instead they'll keep it on second down.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
Throwing again, Townsend. And this one's incomplete.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
Oh, he may have gotten lucky. Tried to dump it off underneath on the check down. Nearly picked. Instead, it's incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts. This time on third down.
A strong run. It's going to be a 43-yard punt, just a single yard on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Out come the Rams. They'll have it first here to begin the third quarter. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Now, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. Past the 20. Touchdown, Lakers, 82 yards. And the Rams add on to their lead. This offense, they were dynamic in the first half. The halftime break, that didn't slow them down at all. Big strike here in the third quarter.
It's almost as if they were saying, it's not just our skill in the first half that's getting this done. It's confidence as well. And confidence has taken over this game in a big way. How about these strikes that we're seeing?
Point after now from Catanzaro. And stretches the lead to 27. Those are the ones the offensive coordinators dream about. One-play drives from that distance. What an effort. It results in the touchdown. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
Now the Saints offense, they get ready to go back to work here. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah,
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Leonard Floyd, the old Georgia Bulldog.
Give it here. Give it here. No. Give it here. What you got? Move. Move. Come here, Cash. Come. Give it here. Let it go. Out. 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 Now go lay your ass down. Out. 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 No, out.
Yeah, I found. Okay, there's bandages in the cabinet.
And I say out. Lay down. Shit. Trying to play with you. Out. Don't go in my room. Come. Come here and lay down. Lay down.
His way into the backfield.
Leonard Floyd. A loss of 4 yards on the sack. It's second down.
So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. Now Kamara. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24.
For New Orleans.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
On 3rd down, Townsend. Off the right side here, complete. The 30, 10, touchdown, New Orleans. A big play there, 76 yards. And the Saints get a bit closer. Well, if they're going to make a game of this in the second half, they need a few big plays to go their way. That's one.
And the way to get it done is to also conserve time. So to your point, that big play right there, now you're not moving the ball downfield, taking time off the clock. You're leaving yourself a better avenue to continue to try and make a comeback.
Lutz good on the extra point, and the lead now down to 20.
Will Lutz to kick off for New Orleans.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
So here are the Rams to take over. They're working on a 4-game winning streak, and they lead this one as well right now as they start 1st and 10. On 1st down, they'll start out with Akers. He finds an opening past the 40. He's at the 40, 20, 10, and he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Cam Akers, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon, and the Rams add on to their lead. And we
didn't even get a chance to settle in for that drive. A quick strike of 75 yards, and they find the end zone.
Don't you get the sense that film study was behind this one, that they saw something that they thought they could take advantage of? The key is calling it in the right situation, knowing when it exists to go to it. They did exactly that. They've got to feel really good about what they did in advance of this game.
Just looking down at the sideline now, their defense is like, man, can you have strung that out just a few plays? Give us a break. Back out there.
Hey, man, give that water break and get on out there and play.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Saints take over 1st and 10.
The Saints offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. He's obviously a bit of a shorter running back. Sometimes when he goes up the middle like that, he gets lost in there, and then he pops out for 10, 20 yards.
I actually asked NFL linebackers if that was true. Do you actually lose sight of some of the smaller running backs? And all of them confirmed that that can be a problem. Think of it this way. 2 of the top running backs in NFL history, Emmitt Smith, Barry Sanders, both 5'10".
Staying on the ground on first with Kamara. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets them back now for 2nd down.
You've got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
Off-play action. Townsend. He rifles one that's intercepted. Taylor Rapp with a pick. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it. And his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year as you...
It's a 3rd down situation in the 4th quarter. Time to see if this defense is up to the task. To throw on 3rd down. Townsend, he'll get this to his tight end, Troutman. And he is going to have a Saints 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 14 yards is the pickup, 1st down, New Orleans.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there, it's going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
It's a 3rd down situation in the 4th quarter. Time to see if this defense is up to the task. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. This is Johnson. He's got it. And he is going to have a Saints 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Back-to-back reception. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line.
7 yards on the play, and that'll bring up second down.
3 at the 8-yard line.
From the gun, Townsend toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. He was trying to get it to his running back, Alvin Kamara, and it's 3rd and short.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
From the gun on 3rd down, Townsend, and his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. John Johnson with the INT, the 40, the 20, 10, and he will bring it back. It's an interception return for the Rams touchdown. Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick 6 makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, what do you do when the game's like this? You know, it's pretty much
It's a 3rd down situation in the 4th quarter. Time to see if this defense is up to the task. Kamara. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the 1st down marker. Just a 1-yard pickup. On 4th down, Townsend. His throw caught right around the 6. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it in. Try to pound it in, Kamara. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise...
And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Alvin Kamara with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Saints able to get this back to within at least some measure of respectability.
And that touchdown, well, it barely puts a dent in this lead. And unfortunately...
Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game. To put up that